Mr. and Mrs. George Kern, Flushing, New York. Your $200 stunt involves only Mrs. Kern, so you can just stand by here, relax, and let her do the work. Matter of fact, it ties with some work. Will you be cooking the Christmas dinner for your family?
Yes, I will.
Have a turkey?
Yes.
Well, how do you cook a turkey? Do you baste it?
No.
When it's in the oven, you don't?
I cook it on its breast, and then you don't have to baste it.
Oh, well, ours is not fixed that way. We have to have basting. So would you come over here with me? I'll show you. We have a special... Step right up on that little box there. I disappeared a minute, but here I am again. There we are. Now, there's our turkey, you see? And it's not being cooked breast down, it's breast up. And what we want you to do is to baste it for us, that's all. And the basting we have is some rather heavy gravy that is in this pitcher. Now, your problem is simply to pour it over that turkey until the turkey is well covered. That's all there is to it. You have a certain number of seconds. Madeline, would you take it around to her? And then I want you to take a hold of the pitcher, Mrs. Kern, and hold it out over the turkey so that you can gauge about how far you'd have to hold it to pour it on the turkey. Hold it over there now. Don't pour, but just see about, you get an idea of where you think. Would that about pour it on the turkey? Okay, the reason I ask you to do that is because what we're going to do now, rest your arm back there. You can rest this right on top here if you want to. We're going to ask you to take your hat off because we're going to blindfold you, see? Oh. That's it. Going to put a blindfold on you and then see whether or not in the number of seconds, now let's pull this down. Can you see anything at all? No. That's pretty dark in there, huh? Because what we're going to do is ask you to see how well you can baste the turkey. If you baste the turkey completely, why then you'll stop the clock and you'll beat the clock. And, well, I moved it. Oh, brother, I almost dropped the turkey here. That would never do. I want to shift it around so it's right in the right spot for you. Okay. Now, you remember about when. I'll tell you this that I will do for you. I will constantly tell you either to the right, to the left, reach out a little further from you, or pull it back a little closer to you. Do you understand? Because if you get that turkey well basted, we'll stop the clock and you'll beat the clock. And I'll take a look at the clock, see how many seconds you have. You have 30 seconds to get it basted. Reach your arm out. Put your arm out over the turkey. A little further. A little further. Let me take a look here. A little more to your left. A little more to your left. Right about there, I think. You ready? Go. That's fine. Good. Closer to you. Closer to you. Closer to you. That's it. All right. All right. That's fine. Yeah. Doing fine. I'll give her another picture there. Here's another picture. There's one part of the turkey that isn't very well covered. There you are. Fresh one. A little more to the right. To the right. Now hold it. You keep waving it. Don't wave it. A little further out from you. That's fine. All right, stop the clock and take a look, and I think you'll agree with us that you've basted that turkey real well. Okay, Roxanne, come on out with one of your Sylvania blue-dot flash bulbs. Take a picture of him for fun. Stay right there just a minute while Roxanne takes his picture, will you? There we are. We'll get that for you. And now, Miss Kern, you come on back over here with me, if you will. Can you get down all right? All right, swell. Not that we think your husband is a turkey, you understand, but we'll get him all cleaned up as good as new for you. He'll be returned to you just as though nothing ever happened to him. Say, are the kids here, Margie and Roger?
They are.
Oh, they're watching backstage?
Yes.
Huh? Bet they got a kick out of that one.
I'll bet they did. They were hoping for whipped cream, but that was better.
All they got was gravy. All right, well, now here we go into your jackpot try, which is all yours to do. If you'll step back here and step up on the end of that little platform, right down to the very end, and face the audience, if you please. I'll tell you when to turn around. At back of you and back of this curtain is our magnetic board with all of the words of a famous saying or quotation, all held there by magnetism. They're all out of order, however. You've got to unscramble them in 20 seconds from the time I say go so we can read the saying or quotation we're after. Do you understand? Right, now don't look till I tell you to. Open the curtain. Turn around, take a look. Go. Stop the clock. Where there's a will, there's a way, and you had it and you did it. Congratulations, Mrs. Kern. Nicely done. Well, all right. That means that you came back, having gone through the $100 clock, you have now gone through our jackpot clock, so let's see what you've won. Just take a look over here.
Mr. and Mrs. Kern, your prize is Sylvania's exquisite console, the Montclair, with genuine hand-rubbed mahogany inlay doors. A large 21-inch movie-clear television with surrounding halo light for the greatest viewing comfort in all television. The Montclair is outstanding in performance and design. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Kern. You have just won Sylvania's jackpot prize.
My congratulations. Go back and find your husband. All right, Roxanne, who's our next contestant?
Bud, I'd like you to meet Mr. and Mrs. Donald Hess from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much. AM2 Navy, is that right, Don?
That's right.
What does that mean, AM2?
Aviation Structural Mechanics.
Well, welcome to our show, sir. It's nice to have you. Is that you shaking or me?
I think I won't answer.
How are you, Mrs. Hess? How long have you been married? 2.5 years, it says here.
Almost.
And you have a little son?
Yes.
Where's he?
Well, he's home tonight.
Somebody's babysitting,
Yes.
I hope. Uh-huh. All right, well, now we're not going to waste any time. You live in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, and incidentally, I want to tell you that if you watch our show regularly, next week should be a lot of fun for you and all you folks watching, as a matter of fact. We sort of got an idea it might be fun to review the best stunts of 1952. Now, in other words, it's not going to be necessarily the best that we necessarily think so, but the audience reaction plus the reaction of the contestants who did them. We try to figure out where both sides of the equation had the most fun. These are going to constitute our show next week. Should be a lot of laughs involved for you. So if you have a minute, well, you be sure to watch, will you? Mr. and Mrs. Hess, we'll move you right along now into a little problem that involves your wife, Mr. Hess. May I borrow her for just a minute? Okay, come over here with me, Miss Hess, if you will. And I want to show you that here, thank you, Betty, we have a Venetian blind, you see? This is one of those with the metal slats, you know, that are quite flexible. You see that they'll separate quite wide there, you see. They'll go very wide. And I could, while separating those slats, stick a balloon in between them and leave it there. And the slats would close down tight enough on it to hold it. Now, that's all we want you to do, is to get 2 balloons stuck in between the slats. Maybe one on this side, maybe one on that side, any way you want, as long as there are 2 stuck in that blind without your holding them there. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's all you have to do. Take a look at the clock, see how many seconds you have. You have 55 seconds for just 2 balloons, and Madeline or Betty will hand you the balloons. If you drop one, don't go chasing it. We'll give you another one, see? Well, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Well, put your left hand behind your back. You can only use one hand. And you can't press it against your body and hold it there. It's got to be just your hand or your arm. You ready? Go! Now, don't let it slip out while you're getting the other one. Loosen up the blind. Put yourself here. That's the girl. There, you got the knack now. Grab it by the little valve there. That's it. Watch the other one now. Don't let it slip out. Force it down below. Those slats are bent. That's it. That's it. That's it. Come on, you're doing fine. Get it through there. Hold it just a minute. Stop the clock. These slats have all kind of folded up on you, and they're getting kind of rough, and I'm not going to be unfair to you. I'll straighten them out a little bit. Now, let me give you one little clue. I thought you had it on the one, and that's this. Look, take a hold of this by that. Then you can just push your hand right through and leave it. Now, you've only got 15 seconds. Are you ready? Go! That's the girl. Be careful when you take your hand out. All right, stop the clock. Okay, Mrs. Brown. Venetian blinds, that's a way you can do it. It's not a way that's recommended, but it might be a lot of laughs for you on the way. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Hess, that got you through the $100 clock rather painlessly, and of course moves you up now as fast like a bunny up to the $200 clock. Where are you stationed right now, Don?
USS Bennington, Brooklyn Navy Yard.
I see. I suppose all your friends are watching?
I don't know, sir.
Well, they better keep their fingers crossed for you. We'll find out what your next problem